let me jump into the presentation. And what I want to do, today is giving you a presentation, first of all, how the concept of never loss trading works. And then I want to go as live as we can, and maybe we pick up the one or the other trade on the short term. And I'll guide you through, and I take your questions all along. The volume is okay here. Yeah, super. Appreciate it. It's very important so that you hear me loud and clear. In my background, you will hear some ringing and binging. It's not that my phone rings, but that's the alarm from the system that tells something that I put on for potentially taking a trade. When it goes down, it rings. When it goes up, it bells. Yeah, so let's go into it. Here I'm your presenter today, Thomas Barmann. I invented never loss trading and put it into a concept and into a company in 2008. I have about 30 years of experience in trading as a private investor. And about 10 years ago, I put together my head and said, I want to put that forward and also what I know in sharing it in the system. And I developed and started developing an algorithmic-based trading system, which is very, very graphically oriented. And you see here the disclaimer. So I'm not a financial advisor, nor do I give trading advice. I share a system with you. And as always, by the SEC, past performance cannot be taken indicative for future results, but the legal disclaimer on the side. I want to share with you the way I go to market, what I'm doing with it, and what the people who subscribe to Never Loss Trading do with it. It's technical based, but it's very easy on the platform because you will see with me how to buy and sell and how to move along. Here we go. First of all, who are the key players in the financial markets? If we can answer that question, we can trade along with their moves. And that was the base intention and idea for building up never loss trading. How can we spot their actions? They are on the chart. Yeah, they leave a footprint of money. I started very, very many years ago with surely candlesticks, but that didn't give me the probabilities. Then later again stochastics, but also there the probabilities for a retail trader, they're positive, but we need probabilities usually above 66% to perform all along in the right direction. And that's what I was working on and put in action. So this is a basis to make money for the retail trader and for us to move along. So a lot of people are asking if you can please turn your volume up. Alrighty, I can try to do that. Let me jump out here into the system. Yeah, so there is the microphone. Now it's off. So the system is giving me so much. That's here. Are we doing better? Sounds too low. Are you mumbling? No, of course I'm not. Yeah. Sounds too low. What can I do? Write it up. So, sound better? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. Good. Let's move into action. Yeah. Back to the chart. Back to the second one. And moving along. Looking. Yeah, so see the next chart coming up again. So time delay. Okay, so how can we money trading all along with institutional money moves? Yeah. Who are those institutions? You see that tower is in New York, definitely. It's a Goldman Sachs building, and they're doing a great job, but they leave their footprint. And we as key investors can look at their footprint of money, and I show you ways of demonstrating how to do that. They are not the only ones, definitely not, because this is all these international banks, be it the Bank of Switzerland, Credit Suisse, Barclays Bank, Royal Bank of Scotland. Everybody is in that market to make money as prop traders. Then there are all the funds, yeah, mutual funds, all the pension funds who run your 401ks, hedge funds, ETFs. They all work together through the same market, yeah. And everybody at the end of the day has to go through liquidity providers, yeah, market makers, yeah. And many of those prop traders, they play on both sides, and with that they control and see the action. They see the order flow. That's their big advantage. Yeah, they see the order flow. They often can identify where the orders come from. So therefore, some of the institutions, they use ECNs to hide their orders and all of that. Their action leaves the footprint of money. And with that footprint of money, we want to go along and identify it on the chart. Yeah? And there is the key way to make money is flowing with the institutional money flow into an asset and out of an asset. If you want to make a supplemental income, if you want to build your retirement budget, if you want to trade for a living, or if you want to do long-term wealth building. Never a little league for trading. You always have to go through the major institutions because they hold the liquidity for us, and with their flow of money, things is moving. I trade a lot with options, and I caution always everybody that open interest is one side. You have to look at the volume, how much is exchanged. That's all order flow analysis, but our computers do that for us. And we are at a time where we as retail traders have no disadvantage to the big companies. We even have an edge. Our edge is we can enter and exit entire positions at the spot. The big money has to migrate in and migrate out, and that is coming to the point where we have the big advantage for going along and getting into the market when they move and getting out of the market prior to them. Therefore, we developed a system which is basically giving us entries and exits from the get-go, evaluating the probabilities for success with an odds ratio, and trading along with an algorithmic-based system. So what do we watch? Definitely price. Price is king, but volume is a huge indication for the institutional money action and volatility. Yeah? And surely the price distribution, which is a key measure. So putting it all together, we were looking at those swings and that zigzag of the line and trying to find the key action points where the market makes a swing from the up to the downside, from the down to the upside, and we algorithmed that and from that wave pattern then took our signals one by one to move them forward, giving ourselves entries and exits. Yeah, you will see more on the next charts of how that's going to be laid out. So how does it all work? Yeah, we're going step by step with you and put you in action. And I take later also your symbols when you and I want to look at certain stocks, how do they perform on certain time ranges, and we go to that. Let me first of all explain the principles, and then we go into the details. So here on the right side, you see one of our charts. It's always easy. Blue goes up, red goes down, and blue goes up again. And yeah, and what else? If blue and red mixes, we get a zone of ambiguity. That's the zone when the key institutions basically come along and have not made their decision, but we can make a difference at that point. Yeah, and so therefore, I still have the sound. Could hardly much better closer to the mic. Yeah, okay, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah. So, alrighty. Yeah. So when institutions are not clear where they're going, we have a mix of red and blue. That means ambiguity. Then we spell out clearly distinct buy signals or clearly distinct sell signals. They're only validated if the next candle takes out the price threshold, which is put there, and we come to examples. Yeah. So trade to the up, blue, trade to the down. There's a red line always underlying. That's your stop line. If the price comes down there, your trade's wrong, didn't go in the right direction, you're out of it. There's certain candles highlighted with a dot. Those we call light tower candles because they stand out tall and they move us into the right direction. Yeah, like a light tower, they give a direction, they stand out tall in respect to what happened prior. Then institutional action had to move from one price level to the next for accumulating enough stops that they want to accumulate today. So we put that all in an algorithmic trading system, and with that, a system which evaluates probabilities, risk-reward approximation, and the odds to get you at high probability trades. So how does it work? At every trade entry which is spelled out, The system calculates what we call the SPOO. The SPOO is a measure we call the speed unit. It's the expected price move which we observe after institutional engagement. So the expected price move after institutional engagement is recognized. And it depends on the time frame. It depends if you do 10-minute chart, a 1-hour chart, a 4-hour chart, a daily or weekly chart. The SPOO is always measured. It's not a linear measure between those. It measures it in comparison and by that formulates an exit signal. Yeah, so this is how it works and what it's basic. Institutional leaders start and initiate a price move. Let's take the upside first. They move the price outside a certain gauge. All the computers of all the other institutional investors recognized something is going on. If that is validated by the next candle taking out the high, we jump in. We have calculated the one SPOO, that's our first exit if we want to take it, and there we usually leave at least 2/3 of a position and then maybe trail 1/3 with the red line that I showed you. The same to the downside. Institutional leaders sell off, put a new low. It does not need to be a new low of the entire chart, but that's a calculated low. The market sells off and takes that low out. We sell along with it and cover at one SPOO at least 2/3 of our positions. Yeah. So therefore, we want to trade not being in front of the big shark, the institutions. We want to trade with them when they feed. Because when they move along, we can recognize it as retail traders, and we can use several instruments which reach from stock, options, futures, and Forex to trade along with them. Because in all those financial markets, we always have the same market participants, and they have the same action which we can portray on the chart. So here's an example. It's a daily chart of Apple computers. Yeah. So let's look here. There you see, oh, buying pressure comes in. Those pink signs are for buying pressures. And then we move out of that cyan zone here, which is called the price breakout zone. We get our first long signal. Long signal, minimum to here, or you trail it with your red line till you take it out. So first trade comes through. Short signal, yeah, it's a sell if the price of the next candle drops below 334.35 cents. So therefore, maybe at 334.20, we get into that. And we have a short signal. Either we trade it to the dot, which is put on the chart, which is the target, or we'll trade it right against that zone. So maybe 2/3 here, 1/3 getting out here, and ready to get for the next move. So that's a very recent chart because I photographed it yesterday on March 12th because the rest of the Apple trade came through. Here we engaged into Apple because the signal was taken out long, and yesterday that long signal was ticked out at that point in time when I took the photo, and there was another trade on it also. That long signal was ticked out, and with that, the stop was here the red line. Yeah, the red line is your stop. Yeah, so this red line is your stop. So you can trail with the red line and gives you the correlation to the trade that you take. Yeah, so every day we send out alerts, yeah, in a list to our subscribers where they know where is market pressure and what's the potential situation on the chart where we have some top weakness, mid-range weakness, bottom reversal, bullish cup opportunity that just characterize what's going on. But it works within saying, okay, on that stock, like GMZR, for example, we expect a $8.94 move that day. Yeah. And so then it gives relations to the signals. I can't explain it all. That are the signals we are looking at. So it has an HF up signal, and there is a controversial signal from the top line. And that's how you read all that through to find your trades. But basically, you'll need to be educated in what all that means, which is here on the chart. But you see, we have bull opportunities and bear opportunities we spell out, but we only take them if the price threshold, which is spelled out, is taken out on the chart. Lately, we had a lot of shorter term trades. And I wanted to show you here a wave coupling model that we use for shorter term trades because we have a good bunch of long-term investors who trade off a weekly chart. And now I want to show you how we then couple and say from the weekly chart, because at the moment it's relatively unclear where the market is going. But can you scale down to a 4-hour chart? Because the weekly chart and the 4-hour chart have some wave coupling that goes with gradient. You don't have to worry about all that. That basically comes down into a buy or sell signal from the individual symbols that came on the weekly list, and from there you carry it forward. How does it look on the chart? So this was GMCR. It was on the weekly list for signals, and so therefore we watched on a 4-hour time frame. So we had a signal, next candle didn't take it out, didn't worry about it. Had a signal, next candle didn't take it out, didn't worry about it. But here, boom, very nice signal came through. Target, which was formulated here. So basically, with the stock in a 2-day time frame, we made a 5.6% return trading the stock. I'll show you an option trading opportunity as well. Yes. So what I want to do today, and we can go in different charts, I want to show you that we also give an idea to all the traders. What's the sentiment of the market? What are the best trades to take if you are a long-term investor? Right now we are trading more half-day sessions. If you're a short-term investor, you have everything on your side, because this morning we came in within bonds, notes, 5-year and 10-year on the trigger, and cocoa. Cocoa is a thing we don't trade every day, but the trade was right fantastic. So here again, signal on a 4-hour chart coming from the weekly, boom, taken out, right what we call the Mo line, 6% one day. Yeah. Now we look at the same trade, the company Reagan. Had we traded the option instead of the stock. So the option trade was here at a price of $3. That was truly a call option. And look where that went. So the $300, if you just bought one contract, that you risked, turned into $1,600 quickly. And I just took a mid-range. You could have turned it into $1,800 easily too. But that's what is possible if you see where institutional money moves. And when you learn our option techniques, then you really have an edge of putting those institutional money moves in your benefit, and also always trade with limited risk. The option trades we take are usually always with limited risk. We don't take all crazy kind of option trades, like for example iron condor. We don't favor. Why? Look, on an iron condor, you usually get 20 cents on the dollar spread. Then you have 4 cents cost, so it gives you 16 cents risk. So you need to be 85% or better right to bring the trade to make your money. So that's a little bit too much to take, and so therefore we favor simple trades where you also have the leverage to the upside on option, and we developed a special model which we call Delta Force model, where we tell you and show you which option to pick, how to trade it, what time frame you put it on. Question to me often is, how long are you in the trade with the system? With the system, we are usually in a trade around 5 days or 5 bars. On a daily chart, 5 days. An hourly chart, usually 5 hours. Yeah. On a weekly chart, about 5 weeks. Sometimes it realizes in the next candle what we put as a SPU on the target, and here comes the SPU into play again, because with every trade we have a defined entry, and every trade gives us a defined exit. Yes, Steve, that works on TOS. It's a plugin into thinkorswim, because thinkorswim is giving you the opportunity to get real-time access to all markets basically for free. A lot of the clients of Never Lost Trading use other platforms like NinjaTrader, TradeStation, or others to execute their orders, but to look at the chart, then they use thinkorswim. If you are with thinkorswim, that's perfectly fine. I'm with them, I think, for at least 10 years, and I'm happy with it. But it doesn't mean that your broker has to be there, because really the lowest time frame we trade with the system, which is meaningful, it works on a 1-minute chart too, but nobody on a 1-minute chart will make money. I just leave that here. I'm trading too long that you have the ability with 133 ticks or 1 minute to make money. It's impossible, because we have slippage and we have commissions as retail traders, so it's close to impossible to operate on a very short time frame. And it's close to impossible, put that number down, to trade for a span of an expansion of a stock below 17 cents, because the odds will not be in your favor if you put slippage and commissions in it. If you trade below 17 cents, you most likely have no way to make money long term. Yeah. So let's look at the chart a little deeper. So now we have a 1-hour chart. Yeah. Symbol XEC. It's one of the stocks we lately had on our scanners because it has market pressure. And with that market pressure, you saw here we had a zone of ambiguity. Coming out of that zone of ambiguity, we moved along. That's a simple read. Yeah. Sell 110.49. So if the next candle is below that, then you sell. And here you see a fine sequence that we're often looking at. That's a light tower candle. It has that cyan dot in the middle. And that's a light tower candle. So the sequence often within coming out of such a situation of ambiguity, break down in a light tower candle and in a light tower candle. And then what do? You take your profit. Look, it's an hourly chart, so you have enough time to say, I'm out of this trade and I'm making the difference on that trade. So what was your minimum expectation? $1.23. That surely went a little deeper and gave you about $3 on that move, which is in respect to the stock about a 2.5% return if you trade the stock. But when you day trade it, it's times 4. So within that, you made about a 10% return just trading the stock on a 1-hour chart. Yeah. So there's 3 systems I introduced to you today, and as always, the one has a special. Yeah, the first system is for the very independent trader. It's called Never Lost Trading Top Line. It's a mentorship program. It comes with a lot of details, and I explain them to you, and we go and look at charts together. It has individual scanners. It has a lot of that you can scan the market long term, and it has very, very high probable signals put on the chart for you. The HF trading system is often used from the day traders, but also can be used for long-term investors and stock traders. And then Trade Colors, which is the base entry-level system for the beginner of algorithmic trading. It follows a color schematic. Yeah. So those are the prices for those. The last one has a special. On the last one, we'll deduct $500 or 20% discount, which is valid for you if you want to sign on with that system. The other systems, I'd rather go also and find out which suits you both. So you can schedule an hour, if you're serious, yeah, please only do that, an hour of consultancy with us. Write an email to contact@neverlosttrading.com, and we look what type of trader do you are and what suits you best, because we accompany you within putting the software in for the system on the server, on your machine, giving you about 20 hours of individual training where we video sharp, photograph everything that you should do. You get a 200-page documentation, and we accompany you for 6 months where we take trade feedbacks with you, move along with you, and guide your hand to make you the trader you want to be with the system that we developed. Yes, so let's go a little into what you all get for this. Yeah, so you get a clear trading plan. We work on a trading plan, yeah, which also has your budget. We might not look into your individual account, that's proprietary to you, but what we're going to do is we give you the tools on hand that you see what is possible with the different investment instruments on what different time frames that you can trade and how you can move along so that you know that's the trade I take, this is how I execute it, because the convincing argument for every trader is to not being bogged down with fear, to have a system that you can follow, and we help you with our concepts and strategies to apply different trading strategies reaching from stocks to options to futures and forex for your advantage. And we give you the service you desire and deserve because we work very, very close with you. And there's traders that like to work with us sometimes at the early London session. And we do that because if that's the time frame you can trade, we'll train you and we get together with you. There's others that like to trade after hours, starting 6 o'clock to 1 o'clock at night East. No problem. We'll have the instruments that you can also trade that time frame, but you have to know the markets move at different time frames a little more. But the London session is a wonderful one. If you're on the West Coast, it's later at night. And so we support you in the way you want to have your trading support given. We usually go in our trading session like 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours, but also we had instances where I had a person asking, can we have a weekend because, you know, I'm a practical doctor, I don't have the time during the week. Can we do a Saturday, Sunday, 10 hours each? Yep, was not a problem. We did that, and bang, next week invested $6,000 in Lulu, made it $28,000, came back and bought all our systems because he saw these things are workable. He can do and make a difference for his trading. Most of the NLT clients, they buy more than one system because they want more trades, they want more participation. They supplement to each other and they build on top of each other. So the Trade Colors is an entry-level system, but when you want to upgrade to the next, the price you paid for tradecolors.com will be accounted against the price of the next system, so you don't pay twice, basically. So here are the dimensions. You have clear-cut entries and exits and probabilities. So we help you to make the decision when to enter, when to exit. We have strategies to the upside, downsides for stock, options, future, forex. You might say, I'm not a forex trader. What do I care? I don't want to trade stocks either. I'm futures and options. Wonderful. We tune the program that your desire is covered. You still get in a 200-page documentation all the other trades, so you like to look at them later on. You get that. And those trades are electronically documented. So you don't have to go through our 20 hours of training again on a video, which you always get as an individual video for every training session. You just type in 30-year bond and bang, there it is. And you see how the trade is initiated and what to look for. Yeah, so we do clear risk-reward evaluation and position sizing. Many retail traders, they take the same position all along, all the time. Why would you do that? There's situations that are more risky. You take half a position. And there's home run trades on the chart. You make 4 positions. And this is how you take it. Consider surely always the max risk you take, but on the home run situation, you have little risk, but you have a lot of opportunity, and those are portrayed on the chart. Yeah, with the trading alerts, we put you every day, every hour on the spot of what's going on. This morning, 9 o'clock, we had an alert going out that said, today, please watch, and it's not directional. Today, please, on your watch list for future traders, we want you to look at cocoa, 30-year bonds, 10-year notes, 5-year notes. And when you know those move, the stock market usually moves the opposite way. And we look at the charts. Yeah? So that is part of the program. Then the software, documentation, all of that is installed, and we go with you for 6 months. And also you don't have to take all your education a week. We don't want you to do that. Train for 2 hours, you try them out. We train for 2 hours, you try them out. So we go for a longer period of time so that you don't have it all down in a 2-day session and you have to work with it. So you desire to have it that way, we'll find an arrangement, but mostly we have to do it on weekend because else I can't trade. Yeah. So, and with the alerts, you will get into the position in the first 3 months they're free. Mostly then people stay with them because they support their trading and they get paid off easily by finding fantastic trades with them. So you will have a fast way, basically. It's a bigger investment in respect to what often is in the market, but what can you expect for $297 within hours of training? That would not be worthwhile for anybody to do that, to spend 20 hours of individual training on it. Many of our students recuperate their tuition in the first 2 months. Yeah? And so therefore, then you have the system in longevity, it's yours. There are not additional fees that get booked against that. Yeah, so the only fee you might have in the future is when you subscribe to our reports, but those are basically the basic that saves you to sit at night and spend the 3 hours we spend every night for putting together the report. So that also tells you a story. Market closes at 4:15. The reports usually come out between 7:15 and 8. Yeah, so that you can prepare your day. So that's just a brief overview. It's a lot of package that you get with it. It's for the trader who wants to be serious in making a difference to their trading. If you want to see things how they work, we'll go now into the details and we'll work with you. I rushed the first part because I really want to go onto live charts. You hear the ringing in the background. The charts get ready for you. So let me jump into the platform. Boom, look. What is this? Do I trade cocoa every day? No, absolutely not. But when it's hot, it's hot. This morning we came in. It was hot from yesterday already on the signal. Look, 750 buy signal. Yeah, buy. 2979 when the next candle ticks it out. So at least trade it up to here, but trade it to the next light tower candle. So that's your sequence. And you can trail it. This is why you have a little red line here. That's your trailing stop. So you're in your trade. Let's say we at least trade 3 contracts. You say, oh God, Coco, what in the world do I want to trade this? If it's hot, it's hot. Somebody's trading it, so we are trading along with the crowd of the institution where institutional money flows. If you don't want to trade, just don't take the trade. Take something else. I'll show you plenty of different trades that went on in the same period of time. But here, when you move that trade, your maximum risk, so to speak, on Coco is $1,100. That's the margin they take. But you made $560 on it. That's nice, I'd say. Does it only work for Coco? No. Oh, that's an exception. We very rarely have that on. So we came into day 2, yeah, knowing that signals here, that 10-year notes were hot. Look at 10-year notes, buy signal, confirmed, trailing, 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 trailing. Yeah, that's not an out because you stops here, you stops here. Isn't that a nice move? So if you were able to capture that move from that buy signal, what's this, 290 to 155, you'll be happy with yourself. Yeah. Does it work on different time frames? Absolutely. Let's play with it. Let's play Apple, but not on such a short time frame. Apple, and we'll go also on a short time frame. Look, we have traders that purely trade options, and that's the price breakout zone. When that price broke out here, don't you think they could initiate a couple of put trades? And that's what you learn. And that put trade is just wonderful, coming all the way down here. Light tower, yeah? First light tower, second light tower. Doubt, yeah? And now we have the turnaround. That next trade is not yet confirmed, but this is a nice trade came on. Was it on earlier? Absolutely. See it on here. What does it say? Sell below 530, 759. Is that lower? Yeah, this is the low. No, it's not lower, so here it was not taken out. That wouldn't have been a trade, so we would have waited. But there on the breakout, you had your trade to trade along with it. So 10 minute is not what everybody trades. Usually a lot of the people want to invest longer term, and it's wonderful and fine. We'll do that together. Yeah? Could you take that trade, break out of the cyan zone, buy? Yeah? And then you see those horizontal lines. There's more on the chart from the algorithmic trading, which I cannot all explain at the time, but those are entry lines. So could you trade it up to here? Oh, absolutely. For you to make a difference between 532 and 544, 45, yeah, absolutely. Or the short to bring it down here to the target or to bring it down here to the level, absolutely. Show me a stock that you want to look at, yeah, in the chat box. Let's get interactive. So what do you want to look at? System doesn't only work for Apple and that. It works very well for all kind of institution. CMG, yeah, absolutely. On a daily or on a weekly? Yep, so CMG, let's look what we see. Yeah, we take the most recent time frame, left to the right. Came out of the purple zone, hit a sell signal, knew that it's going to go here or to the bottom of this one, bang, trade number 1. This was a buy signal, but next day was all the way up there. What we don't do is we don't earnings. It's a nice way if you took it here and in the afternoon you see that signal early if you took the gamble, but I'm not the person who takes a gamble. I take an educated price move at any given time, like this one here, yeah? Purple zone, ambiguity, coming out, target met, boom, home. Yeah, that's the one spool move. You see here, that was the target, and it's right in the upper end of that candle trading. You take it out, 85, 97, $12 on a $500 stock. That's a 2% return on the stock. If you traded the option, you'd be very happy because usually we don't trade an option below a 30% expected return. Yeah, that's the expected return on the option price. Alrighty, I go with Haley LL. Okay, not a stock I usually trade. Lumber liquidation. Hey, yeah. Years ago, I had somebody learning lumber, random lengths lumber. I didn't even know that such a thing exists. Look, Lumber coming out. We're going timber here, yeah? What is that? Light tower candle coming out of the purple zone, going down. When do you want to take your profit? Either you take 2/3 of your position here and the next third at the second light tower candle. Yeah, so you see light tower in after the purple sand, light tower out. Light tower to the opposite side, confirmed? No, not confirmed. Don't take the trade. This one, yeah, confirmed. You take the trade and you'll move it up there. Is that a trade? Yeah, this one is not confirmed. Yeah, here, is this a trade? Where's your stop? Up there. Yeah, where's your trade? Did it come home? Yeah. Did this trade come home? Oh yeah, just came home. Just here. How long are we in the trade usually? 1 to 5 bars. Therefore, I put that number 5 up here. In a sequence of the same color bars, usually after 5, something is happening. Yeah? And so therefore, that's a little orientation point. It's more for me for the back testing. You need to look forward. You can easily count when it's 5 candles in one direction because you know I color them. They are not colored by the system per se. They're colored by an algorithm. So there's where 5 down candles, and now it holds us. Alrighty, what's next? NQ. So you mean the dash NQ for the NASDAQ. Yeah, absolutely. I love the NASDAQ because you know volatility is definitely our friend in every trading system. It makes things move for us. Let me see if we had a lot of trades lately. Yeah, so we're coming out of here. That had a signal from here in the HF. This is a top line signal so that you don't see it here. If I move the NQ on the top line. So, but anyhow, first trade, second trade, oh, third one is not a trade. This is not a trade. So we had 3 trades here recently. They all came home. But on that ambiguity, we're careful. Then we say, oh wow, I'm not holding an NASDAQ position overnight because in that zone of ambiguity, I might get ripped apart. The institutions haven't figured out if they want to trade that thing up or down, so they're gauging the depths. I take intraday trades. That's what I showed you. Even if you're a long-term positioner, look at half a day of what's happening, gauge and protect your positions. Why to protect them? I always have protection strategies for everybody. That's where the name came from. When I registered the name in 2008, Never Lost Trading came from the idea that a retail trader should always be able to protect a trade position. And it's possible. It's possible. Look, you can sell calls against your position, and then from the money you get, you buy puts, and you learn all that is your desire. If you're rather a trader in the NQ, definitely we work with the NQ. So the ES, yeah, let's put the ES on, and we wanted to look with the NQ in a different configuration. That's the top line chart because a lot of traders, and that's what I do, I have both on them. So we look at the NQ on here. Oh, it's 10 minutes. Hallelujah. That was all the ringing in the background. I'm missing the boat. The market is making a move. Big time. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? Ambiguity. Bang. Light tower. Yeah. And light tower ends it. So now I wouldn't want to trade. But isn't that a great move? But you wanted to not see the great move. You wanted to look with me on the daily chart. And that's how it looks. Yeah. NQ. Yeah. Turn. This is a early trend signal confirmed in it. Nice. Yeah. So now you get a signal, but you care not to trade. Yeah, so now we see here, we tested the low. We are a little below the low of the day to day. Same we do with the ES. I'm trying to follow you. Yeah, big winner. Yeah, sure. Hey, I love big winners. Everybody does in any instance. But look with me. That's how the system works. Ambiguity, trade signal. Bang. Yeah. Wiggle waggle, that's change in command. So things go up and down. There's no signal here, but definitely we had one here. And if on the orange ones, you can nicely trail. These are your trailing signals. That's where you bring them home. And what's that? A light tower on a high. What do you do on a light tower on a high? You tighten your seatbelt. So you have enough time. Look up how many days. And that's why I gave everybody who's subscribing with Never Lost Trading the hints that guys, careful and girls, it is time for a change or a movement. So therefore, move intraday trading and move to lower time frames. How does it look on lower time frames? Does it work? Absolutely. Hourly chart. Yeah, so let's take whatever instance you want to take. So let's take this, what we're right now seeing today. Ambiguity started the day from the European session. Breakout, breakdown. And this one nobody would have expected, but also now we get reversal. But here was time to make your profit. Yeah, first light tower candle, second light tower candle, take a profit. It's an hourly candle, so you had a lot of time to take that profit home. We talk about 64 down to 51. That's 14 points times $50. That's $700. Not bad, yeah, for one contract. So what else do you want to look at? You want to look longer term? What came on? D. Alrighty. D. Yeah, so let's look at the D on the daily first. So we're coming from the top down. How did it go with D? Purple zone, early trend changer, but purple zone, careful. End of purple zone, breakout system confirmed. What do? You trade. Light tower on a high, what do? You tighten your seatbelt, enough time to get out. Light tower on a perfect spot, short, take your position. Yep. Would you think that is doable for you? Absolutely, I think so. This is why I developed it to help the retail trader for taking high probability setups and trading along with them. So those you call me any stock or any future or forex, I'll be happy to put it on here, and we go through it. What else can I do for you? I don't know. If I covered all of those HPQ, yeah, so HPQ, HPQ, as you know, are working with two computers, and so within that, trying to see what's going on. So HPQ, we recently, let's look at the time frame here. So what you see here is a long-term support resistance. So we came on here strong with that major candle that opened it. So therefore, we have a first trend change, and if a SPOO here on HPQ is 50 cents, yeah, 1.9% return. So that's what you're trading for. This one was not acknowledged, not acknowledged. Yeah, this one was a failure. So on that, we just had two trades. We had this one coming through. This one was not confirmed, and this one failed. Yeah, and it's not 100%. No system is 100% to trade it with that. Yeah, so then, for example, let's do another one, Amazon. Amazon we had from yesterday afternoon, we had coming in strong. Yeah, because, we had nice, and this is what I show you here with the laser sharp trading. So look, here we came in on Amazon, taking a close look, and it's pre-formulated where to get out. So don't you think the Neverlos traders are happy now that the stock rests here, that they are out of the situation? Yeah, a couple of us even took a credit spread below here at 55 and 50, for a little longer period of time. But I'll buy Amazon if it goes above 372.73. There is my stop on the red line, but there is my line of expectancy. The moment it gets hit, you will get out. How do you know it gets hit? Looks pretty easy. You learn that with us on the platform. So you basically put yourself an alert. You say, put the mark here above 30. I want to create that alert. And if you want to, yeah, so now the alert sits here. So it would have informed you. And if you want to learn, I'll show you too, definitely that you get an SMS, because if you're at work or some different place, you want to know that your target is reached, or you just put your exit order out there. Yeah, you just want to put your exit order out there. But again, look, it's a daily chart. You had usually your time to get out on this one. What else is always like Google? Write it right, because else nothing is going to come out. Yeah, so Google, and we're going to look on that. And let's take the other chart. So we take Google on here. That's the HF chart, and see what it gives us. The HF chart is called HF chart because it gives more trades. Yeah, it gives you more trades. So let's see how Google came. Yeah, so this one was a trade. came here, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles later done. This one was a trade, 2 candles on Google. Can nicely do with puts, yeah. Next day, it was acknowledged, and here you go, you had it. But you're in a purple zone, and what's the purple zone telling you? Ambiguity, so tighten your seatbelts. How does it work for a long-term investor? It works very, 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 very fine, I'd say. Look, if you had that signal and it says buy, what do? You buy. If I go closer with you, could you trail your stop to adjust your position all along? What's that? Lighter on the high. Lighter on the high, what do we learn? Tighten your seatbelt and basically get out of that trade. Let's look at something else. Let's look at a Ford Motor Company. Yeah, on a weekly chart, waiting for data. Is that tradable? Absolutely. Yeah, let's take that sequence here. Yeah, ambiguity after earnings report, long signal acknowledged. Yeah, you take it, you take your profit. Long signal acknowledged, you take your profit. Yeah, this one not acknowledged, so you have nothing to do. What do we talk about here? That's a weekly signal. How long were we in the trade? So here 2 weeks, here 1 week, entry and exit, or you trail it along, so then you would be in your trade till here. So what else can we look at? Yeah, is there some specials? Somebody interested in a certain stock? Oh, I think I'm missing the boat here because I didn't scroll down on the screen. No, this. I was busy. Yeah, CL. Oh, crude oil. Yeah, whew, crude oil is super duper duper thing. Yeah. So let's look at crude oil on the daily, and when we can go on a higher time frame to crude. Crude's a cool instrument, but it's a wild horse. Yeah, so you'll have to have a lead stomach to deal with that. Yeah, because it gives you a lot of trades here. Yeah, and it gives you also a lot of trades on the top line. So let's crude oil on both charts, and then we look at them. Crude oil. To right in here. Crude oil. Buy. Acknowledged. Second light tower, I would have taken my profit. But we ain't talking money, you know. Yeah? So entry at 64, exit at 53. 64, 53, $900. Entry at 124, exit year 2040. It's $2,000. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 6th candle. Yeah, so how often are we how long are we in the trade usually? Not too long, 5 to 6 bars, because that's how we can measure the direction that is going. And then again, light on the high, not taken out anyhow, but trade reversal. Yeah, coming to the downside, sell signal. Where's your stop? Here. Yeah, sell signal. Did the sell signal come home? Absolutely. Yeah, hit its target. Chart software not available. Yeah, look, the thing is, I cannot make the chart software for every system. You execute your orders at NinjaTrader, and a lot of the majority of the never lost traders trade on NinjaTrader. That's their preference. And but they look on the chart on basically on Thinkorswim because it's free. You don't have to pay any fee if you're a NinjaTrader and your broker relationship. And so do you need 2 computers at times? But if you want to be a serious trader, you should have a second screen that gives you gold, man, gold. You know, gold has one hyper duper thing. I shouldn't even tell you. Gold, yeah? Long. Are these signals acknowledged? Absolutely. Yeah. This one was not. This one was not. But now I'll play with you with gold a little. Yeah, so this was not acknowledged, not acknowledged. So we had no gold trade on here, but let's look at the gold trade on the other chart configuration. Gold contract. Yeah, so here. Nice trade, no trade. Yeah, no trade. Yeah, so basically 2 wonderful trades on a daily, but who trades gold on a daily? Not too many of us. So let's go down and trade it on the hourly chart. Yeah, you see it's real. Yeah, so I'm showing you real-time data. I can change that. Entry, would that have been a great exit? So, yeah, so moving with gold from 48 to 57. No, not too bad. So this one is even ticked out. It's a long opportunity, but it had too much of a risk. I wouldn't take that trade, so this doesn't come through. Next trade here, this one didn't tick out. This one didn't tick out, and so therefore here we're watering out slowly. Does it? Sure, but I'm not a big gold trader in person, but it doesn't mean that the system doesn't work on this one, because gold for me is often too much a popcorn. Yeah, it pops too much into a certain direction, but the traders who love it, they are surely in it, and we can trade gold all along. That's what we do with the system on all different time frames. So you see here on a 10-minute chart, the average SPU is $1.8. Yeah, so it's a $180 trader. So when you engage here, this is $180, and that was ticked out. This was ticked out. This was ticked out, yeah, and taken home. This was ticked out. Look how many trades we have. Let's count winner losers, yeah? No trade, not ticked out. No trade, not ticked out. No trade, not ticked out. So, but here, let's make it big for you. Yeah? First winner, yeah? Second winner. Third winner. Fourth winner. Fifth winner. Six, seven, eight. We were very lucky. We usually is about 75%, but here we had 8 out of 8 winners on gold on a 10-minute chart. Yeah. Or you wanted to see GLD. Yeah, but that's basically I always look at the big contract to also trade the small one, because you know I have the overnight moves better. But on the GLD, on the ETF for gold, on the ETF for gold, then here you see your trades recently coming in. The short was not acknowledged, yeah, the long also not. Here you had a long signal, and it wiggle waggles all the way through. When you want to trade gold, the GLD is usually not the favorable one. Look at the big contract and then take it over and take the trade. The option on the GLD is also not so favorite, because you know in the ETF you usually don't get the most favorable option trades, but it's a doable version, yeah, so that you can trade it with the GLD. How about some long-term therapy? I don't know what I do with this. Long-term therapy, my friend Randy does that, yeah, on a trader state of mind. If that is needed, we can definitely have that. Okay, so what else can we look at? Yeah, recently we had a couple of interesting moves in Boeing aircraft. Yeah, so here coming nicely down, getting the long signal and bringing it home. Yeah. Oh, so what else can I show you? So the system basically, let's come back to, I today made it really trying to do as much live trading. So the systems that I showed you tonight here were top line, there were the red and the blue signals, which comes with scanners and a lot of software application. Here you have some scanners too, because every day we basically getting at night the signals, which of the stocks are hot, which ones have institutional money moves, and the same for this one. There's a report coming with it. So then we put those reports into action, yeah. So basically putting it in a list on the market watch, yeah. So you have like a daily list saying here, those are the trades, watch list, and then we want to look at them if they had a signal, yeah. So on the market watch there was a win, yeah. Yeah, and win was there because look, it had a short signal here, and then today it is time to take profits. Why is it time to take profits? Look, light hour initiation, light hour end, and that was your one SPU move. So depending of how you traded, the expected price move was about $5.50, and that based on a $239 entry was a 2.4% return, or if you took a margin account, you made 4.8%. Here's your entry. Today was your exit, 3 days in the trade. Yeah? Win prior, here, 1-day entry and exit the same day, or you exit the next, depending on what type of trader you are. This one will work, yeah, absolutely. Win is one of the stocks we really all like to trade. This schedule of events for today. That's it. Yeah. So then Market Watch, VLO was on the list. Yeah. Yeah. So you see, we wanted to look at VLO. What did it have? A light tower on a high. Yeah. So a light tower on a high. What is the light tower on a high? It's a potential short signal. System didn't trigger a short signal, but we knew we need to observe those stocks. We have a couple of reversal traders. They short that thing then in the morning because they know second light tower in that sequence, there's a big likelihood for a sell-off, and that sell-off definitely happened. Yeah. So here was trade exhaustion trade. Yeah. This is also a nice one, and exhaustion in that can. Yeah, so what else was on the list for today? TWX, Time Warner, and so there was a profit take. That line we call the Mo line. It's a very essential line where institutions orient themselves with their option trade into expiration, and so therefore that stock was destined basically to come to the Mo line or even to its target, so both of those targets were reached. What else is on the market watch list? Tesla, yeah, that's a big stock. Yeah, so that stock was for today on a reversal, but it didn't come there. Yeah, so the stock had a buy signal. Yeah, so it's a typical bullish cup signal. So therefore it had a buy signal. Target was here on that blue line, but the stock never got there because the signal didn't get ticked out. Yeah, so that's on Tesla. So 1-year chart on the market watch, TCK and SLW. Yeah, TCK. Yeah, here we went short. Look, here was the short signal. Time for profits. Yeah? So if you went short here and you had your second portion waiting for the next light tower, time for profits and potential reversal, but the reversal didn't come through. Yeah, so you didn't tick out that form we had on the chart. TCK, Lennard. Yeah, so those are the building, Lennard and KPHI. Yeah, so the Lennard had here a potential breakout of that zone, but that materialized, but we have the second light tower. So if you're in the trade, you see institutions make big moves. We're close to earnings announcement, so therefore this was not the most favorable trade to take. But they came in here, and that's what you get at night. These signals where there's favorable situations where you say, okay, if there's a favorable situation, that's what I trade along with it. How long do I going to be in a trade? About 5 hours. So what are the targets in the tick for CL future contracts? In the tick chart, futures, yeah, look, this is a very different question. I can't tell you all my wisdom here, but on the CL futures, because you don't have the system anyhow, we'll go to a tick chart. I'll have to see what aggregation time. 1600 is good. Yeah. So, and we go to the other chart too and make 1600 and we look at both. Yeah, so we'll go here and say style tick. So I don't know if everybody day trades, but 1600 ticks basically means, oh, here I don't have the right configuration on for the tick chart. It didn't carry that one over nicely. Yeah, Lennard tick chart, that definitely couldn't take it over. Yeah, so here's cooldown. Yeah, so that's he's playing games with me, so the light tower candle is coming on. Okay, but anyhow, look, we're coming here. Sell signal, light tower on a high, changing commands, and the on 3 3,200 ticks, that's a little high for crude oil, yeah? But on the 3,200 ticks, it would be 22 individual ticks. That's $220 per trade that you would look at. Yeah, but we wanted to make a change here on that one to a lower time frames. So that's how it works. So you go on time and trading every day. We sure know how that is done. 1600, apply. Yeah, and so now we look at some certain situations of how to trade crude oil in the most recent thing. Tick charts are phenomenal because you know by the bottom basics we'll know a lot of what's going on. Yeah. So let's take that recent time frame here. I made it too much. I magnified it too much. Yeah. So you see here, that came home. Yeah. So this one is also that it came home. So let us look. Yeah. At the candle of 1252, we had 1,600 contracts exchanged. Then the next candle got opened at 1257. Our goal was to go long in crude oil at 98.02, and the set target was to go at 98.18, 02 to 18, so 16 ticks, that's $160. It's a dynamic system. The tick size is not always the same. It dynamics the goal in it. Yeah, on this one here, we went short, 98.04, and our goal was to take profit at 97.06. That's about 12 ticks when I calculate that right. So that's $120. And so we're out of this one too. Yeah, so this is how it works. Now crude oil on 333 ticks, look, I'll tell you, it works. Or 533, it works, but I would never ever trade it on 533 ticks. I mean well with you, yeah, because when you do that, you'll sacrifice your account. Let me show you why. Yeah, I have nothing to hide. I can show you on 533 ticks. Yeah, because I'm trading too long to not giving you advice what not to do. Yeah, so time axis 533, 533, and as they apply. I'll explain on that example why, as a retail trader, you better not trade that, even so it looks attractive. Look, crude oil is a volatile instrument. You need to leave 2 ticks on entry and exit. Yeah, so that's already $40 you leave on the plate. This thing will work. Yeah, look, it will work, but the odds are not necessarily in your favor. But the system will work. Look, here was the entry. There was the exit. So if you go to those small ones, yeah. So your entry was 97.90, and here 2 ticks up. That was here 97.82. That's 7 ticks. Look, if you trade for 7 ticks on crude oil, and you have to give 2 at entry and 2 at exit, so it takes 4 ticks away. You're trading for 3 ticks. That's easy to calculate. But you have maybe a 7 tick risk plus 4. So your risk reward setup from the get-go is 11 against 3. You'll never make money. So if I can recommend, if you go with never loss trading or not, but right from my trading experience, if you trade these very short tick frames or very short time frames, they look attractive because there's a lot of action. But when you see the risk you are taking on a volatile instrument, you have to leave those 2 ticks to get filled. Yeah, if we go into the active trader, you see that crude oil pops a lot around. If you don't leave 2 tick space on the entry or exit, but then when you take those out of your 7 tick target that you're trading for, yeah, here at the moment we have a 10 tick target, then still 10 minus is 6. Then you pay basically half a tick on commission. So you have 5.5 ticks, but you leave 10 ticks plus 5.5, so you have 15.5 ticks risk. That is a risky proposition. I want to do good with what I offer and what I want to share with you. Don't take those trades. You will be devastated, yeah? Because when we take a little Excel calculation together, yeah, so and say when I have it's a percentage, when I have 5.5 ticks and I have 15 risk, so that means this one divided by this one. So I need to be minus 1. So I need to be 63% right to start making money. Why would you put the odds so much in your disfavor? You can be the much better trader within trading meaningful time frames. And those you learn with Never Lost Trading will teach you meaningful time frames where the odds are in your favor as a retail investor, and also meaningful symbols that you can protect. Not every stock is protectable. It depends if the stock, and I really commend you learn option trading regardless, learn it from me or not, if you're a stock trader, because it's so wonderful that you can contribute and protect the position when things go wrong and turn a loser into a winner within selling a call. And you learn in our systems how to sell a call against it on the right time frame. You accumulate then an income which helps you to protect. When that protection is taken, then we do buy that call back, issue another call, and then buy puts to it, and with that protect to the downside so that we can make money in all given kind of ways. But small increment trading is very, very, very dangerous for the retail trader because we pay commission. We have all this slippage. This is not our game if we trade too short term. And that's what I want to try to convey. Coming back to my offer tonight, I hope I was able to excite you, yeah, giving you an idea of very many live trade situations that we've gone through together. If you want to come on board with Never Lost Trading, take one of those systems, entry level system or the professional systems. I'll be happy to entertain you on the one hand, but to educate you, that's much more. And we do business planning, yeah? Sit down together, we work through the situation, we work through probabilities, you get an Excel sheet, how do I compose my price composition, and that is what I wanted to offer to you tonight. Are there further questions? Because I see I have 5 more minutes on the clock. I'll be happy. Trading future. Yes. Yeah, but it works for all of them, but not only on TOS. Forget, you don't need to trade on TOS because you have enough time. If you had a 133 tick chart on ES, yeah, but that's not meaningful trading as you saw. But TOS offers it all, and the great thing is it's for free. Look, the exchange fees, because you know I pay some exchange fees because I have the company for downloading every night all the 40,000 instruments from the exchanges to scan through the alerts for Never Lost Trading, and then I give all the subscribers the idea, okay, what's hot and what direction does it move. But the good thing with Thinkorswim is you can watch the charts, you can see everything that's going on, and you can keep the platform you want to have, or you migrate over to them. I love them. I really work a long time with them, and they're good trading platform, but others are too, NinjaTrader, TradeStation. I have people trading on Charles Schwab and all kind of, and then use brokers because, you know, sometimes they don't get the favorable option trades at all platforms. Yeah, so as an option trader, you know, you should not pay more than a penny basically per share. That's about $1 per contract, but that's hard to get. Yeah, I have it because I traded enough through the years. Or as a futures trader, you shouldn't pay more than $5 for a round trip. I pay $4, but I'm in the business quite some time. Yeah, so therefore over the years, I got basically better rates because of doing more trades. That's how it goes, but it's essential, and that's what we always also will look at. How is the commission structure? We don't want to make everybody rich except us. Yeah. The only price special which we have this is for the trade colors. It has a $500 less. The others are what they are because it's a lot of work. We go individually through with them, and basically with me, pricing is always what it is because every trader who signed up prior doesn't want to be disappointed. Then there is a different price tag, and when you see the 10,000 hours that goes into developing those systems, it's a good price, but the price is not the point. It's the return on investment. When you see that many traders make it in the 2 months, that's the special in it. Yeah, that's the special in the prices. So the to give you an entry-level algorithmic trading system for hours of trading, a 60-page booklet, and everything explained to you as an entry. But when you want to be serious, those are the prices for a serious trader. then that's what I can offer to you today. So the special is really in the tradecolors.com. Any other questions? In a minute. Yeah, so then I want to thank you, and I hope I was able to do a difference to your trading. I hope you got you interested. Take the opportunity to schedule for personal consultation, yeah, or look at our alerts. So the website is definitely www.neverlosttrading.com, yeah, and contact at neverlosttrading.com gets you directly to my email if you want to have a personal consultation where we can look at things. Do that only if you're really thinking to take one of the systems, because time for all of us is precious. Yeah, thank you very much. Again, Morgan and Jana, you two helped me to set it up. It's appreciated that I was able to share what I'm doing with everybody. And Thomas, is the price for life? Yeah, it's a one-time payment. Yeah, basically, it's a one-time payment. You pay once. There's no additional fees after. And I work with PayPal. Yeah, the prior presenter said they don't work with I work with PayPal. If you qualify with PayPal, you have the opportunity to not pay them for 6 months. It's too much for doing credits and all of that and working with it. You can also do it through your credit card with PayPal. We'll take all kind of payment instruments. That's no problem. But PayPal is a super duper instrument. Not paying for 6 months for an investment when you maybe after 2 months have made your tuition back. I think that's a pretty good offer. Yeah. Thank you very much, everybody. Wish you good luck, good trading, and I hope to hear from you. There's also my number up there. It's on office 866-455-4520. Have a good trading day and looking forward to hearing back from you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Thomas. Jana, again, I wanted to thank you for great presentation and great content. Hopefully you guys will take advantage of the offer Thomas made and learn with him and his method.